Hello, hello, hello. It's a little chilly out here, but I'm trying to stay out as long as I can and do these lives outside for as long as I can. But it's a little chilly, so I may make this a little bit short, but that's okay. So the last couple of weeks we've been talking about values and how important they are and to make a values statement. And if you need help with that, you can contact me anytime through my website, text, email. There's tons of ways to do that. And this week and next week, we're going to talk about beliefs, because I already know that our lives are governed by our values and the things we believe in. And we talked, as I say, the last couple of weeks about values. Well, by the way, if you're on here live, say hi. Just drop a comment, say #live. And if you're going to watch this as a repeat, #replay, that would be awesome. I'd appreciate that. So, let me know what you think of these things, of what I'm talking about, not of these things like hashtags. Gotta watch how I speak. Anyway, so values and beliefs to me are the foundation of our actions, our thoughts, our demeanor, our attitude, any of those things, all those things, who we are and how we represent ourselves is based on values and beliefs. So we've got our values hopefully figured out. Now we have to look at our beliefs. Now, there are things that we believe that, say, other people have taught us and said, this is what you should believe. There are things that experience has taught us to believe. And there are things that, what other ways do we receive beliefs? Through religion, through, anyway, so we have these beliefs. Facebook, we listen to people who are authorities and we think that they know what they're talking about. And a lot of these things, because they become so ingrained, they're kind of subconscious, and you don't really maybe recognize that these are actually beliefs that you have. But they show themselves in the way you speak, the words you use, the way you act. So my question to you is, and this is, to me, one of the really important things is, it's a train. Number one, well, a couple of questions. Number one is, what do you believe? Do you believe that the world is round? I mean, have you ever been around the world? Have you ever been up in the spaceship and looked down on Earth and recognized that it is round? There are still people who believe that the earth is flat, and if they go far enough, they're going to fall off the edge of the earth. There are still people who believe that. Do you believe that, just for example, that money is the root of all evil? Or do you actually believe that money is a root of all evil? Do you believe that all snakes are poisonous? Do you believe that, I don't know, there's so many beliefs that we have, that we have 4 seasons every year, that, and there are very distinct seasons, because to me, some of them just kind of run into the other, or sometimes they change very dramatically. Sometimes we have such a short season that it almost doesn't exist. But I've always been taught that we have 4 seasons: spring, summer, fall, and winter. And it seems to look that way. And we base that on what? The equinox. There are 4 equinoxes in the year, and that's when the seasons change. But they don't change on that day, so how can we say that we now have 4 seasons? Anyway, I'm just putting it out there. The other thing is when you have those beliefs, are they true? Are they actually true. And that's a real key to things as well, because if you're acting on a belief that isn't true, you can be messing things up really badly with relationships, with work, with what you're doing, your health, your like drinking bleach to get rid of COVID. I mean, seriously, to believe something like that, to ingest bleach like that to try and get rid of COVID. Again, people did that because somebody in authority said that it was a good thing to do. But is it the truth? Well, sorry, no, it's not the truth. If anything, it ruins your health. It hurts you. So be really careful with those beliefs. Are they true? And if they're not true, then find out what the truth is. And then reframe that belief in lieu of the truth, or just discard it. Just discard that belief. Now, I do have a third question for you, and that is, how do these beliefs manifest themselves through your actions, through your words? So if you look at those three things, what do I believe? Is it true? And how does it manifest itself in my life? Those are the key questions to work on for your beliefs. Now, there are other things involved as well with beliefs. Those are the three main ones. The other thing is, then, does your life reflect the beliefs that you think you have? Now, somebody may say, oh, I believe that we all need to, or I as a person can affect change in our climate by reducing waste. And yet they'll go out and purchase something in a plastic or a styrofoam takeout thing and bring it home. And what do? They discard that piece of plastic. They don't necessarily put it in the recycling. They discard it. I'm not saying everybody who says that does that. I'm just saying this is an example. So do you really truly believe? Is that really what you believe? And if that's the case, then you need to reflect that belief. And usually if you're passionate enough about that belief, it will be reflected consistently in everything that you do. In everything that you say. You will recognize things that you're doing and you go, oh, that doesn't jive with my belief. And your life begins to change. But it changes for the better, because you become you. You become your beliefs and your values, and you represent those naturally, in a natural way. I don't mean naturally you're going to do it. I'm just saying in a very natural way, you will emulate those values and beliefs. And your life just becomes so much easier because there's no conflict in your head. There's no conflict, between people. This is the way you are, and this is what you believe, and these are the values you hold dear to yourself. And as a result, this is the person you are. It helps you be authentic. It helps you, then you don't have to explain yourself to everyone. This is who you are. And to me, that is where most people need to be, because it just reduces that stress. Your health, mental and physical health, will change for the better because of even lowered stress. But you'll also start taking care of yourself more. Decisions will practically be made already for you, because all your decisions will be made based on your values and beliefs. And so that limits the number of questions you have to ask yourself about a decision you have to make. So, for example, I really don't believe, my belief is, you shouldn't use the negative if you can possibly use it. I believe no one should smoke cigarettes. I think they're bad for everyone's health, the people around you, for your own health, etc. And as a result of that, my actions are, I will separate myself from people who are smoking. I will not help somebody light up a cigarette, even if I have a match or have a lighter. I will not work in places that sell cigarettes. I try to avoid places where I purchase things from people who sell cigarettes or stores. It's a little difficult because most grocery stores sell cigarettes. It makes no sense to me, except that they're money makers. So these are some of the kinds of things that, now I don't go around saying, you shouldn't smoke, or oh, that's just gross. I don't do that. I very quietly and within myself set things up so that I don't have to be around smokers, or I don't have to be somewhere where I might have to light up a cigarette. I don't let anybody smoke cigarettes in my house or in my vehicles. There's all these things, the way I show my belief, and I don't shove it in anybody's face. It's just the way I conduct myself according to the fact that I do not wish anyone to smoke. Anyway, it's cold. Oddly enough, it is really cold. My husband was east of here, and he said he had sleet this morning. He said, is that the first snow? I don't know. Anyway, but it is kind of cold out here, so I'm going to stop it at that. Next week, we're going to talk about belief statements, and then we're going to tie it all together with values and belief statements. Anyway, so again, if you're on here live, say hi. If you're on here with the replay, #replay, and let me know. Comment, please. Let me know what you thought of what I said. And we'll talk to you soon. Till next week. See you later. If you want, I set out newsletters, letters. That's the thing about live. I send out newsletters every week. They're every Friday. And if you'd like to get on that list, just drop me a line. Tell me where tell me what your email address is. You can private message me, that's fine. Or text me, email me, whatever you want. And usually what it is the topic that I have on Wednesday. I give a little more information on the Friday in emails. So if you would like to do that, please subscribe. As I say, just get a hold of me somehow. Get your email address to me. And then I have a blog coming out on the 20th of October, which kind of ties a few things together. Anyway, have a great week, and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.